You know, a long time ago, people like Malcolm X warned us about allowing people who treat us horribly in the area of racism to educate our children. And you wonder why we have a school to prison pipeline. You wonder why we have that. Well, you have a school board meeting, and, you know, people love to get involved with this presidential election. And y'all was so, you know, in Georgia, all about Stacey Abrams and all of that. But your local elections matter way more than a governor's race, than a presidential election. Because school board is a local election that you can actually control. Now, I want you to watch this exchange with these brothers and this one school board, you know, member. I want you to watch how you talk to them. Let's go ahead and roll that.
And you should not say that. We have kids here, Attorney Senate, that go to that school. And I'm going to add this. On April 15th, the very first day of PSSA testing, what you guys did was you put in the media for these kids and these parents and the people that support Erie Rise that this school was going to be closing. Now let's talk about trauma and psychodynamics. Do you think that might have an impact on test scores? I'm just curious. If you say to a kid, hey, your school's closing, we're closing that school. And then now I got to go take a test. If you have an answer to that, counselor,
I do, based on
bottle it, and we probably can all benefit.
Based on your English language scores, I don't think your students could read the newspaper, sir.
Now, Attorney Senate, I have to say before a counselor says anything, that is a very low blow with racial overtones.
Now, if you notice, he did not answer the brother's question whatsoever. Didn't answer it. What he decided to do is insult, because he didn't have a proper answer. That's what I wanted to point out. But a guy like that, see, I wouldn't have got up and left. I would have said, oh, okay. And because I had the microphone and because all the cameras on me at the time, only I would have said was this. Black American citizens that's in here, we got a whole white supremacist on the school board. And you wonder why our children are being harmed? I said, every last one of you in this room need to get registered to vote today. And we need to get this white supremacist out next election, because this dude's a whole white supremacist. You got to call them out as that when they do things like that. You can't say racial tropes. You can't say all that other things in between. You got to just say this dude's a whole white supremacist, because only a white supremacist will say something like that. And black folks, especially in the towns that black people are the majority, it doesn't make sense to even have guys like him on the school board, and that happens too. It doesn't make sense to have if the town is majority black, but all the police officers are you know, white folk. How is that happening? You letting the mayor, letting the city council, you know, everything. Like, how do you let that happen? No, that's a failure on black folks. Any area that black folks is majority, you supposed to be running those towns, period. And I'm not talking about allowing the boule to come in either, because letting the boule come in is no different than letting that guy be up there. They actually worse, because at least this guy was honest with his racism, right? He was honest. And then even talking about the standardized testing model that doesn't even, you know, they done that just to exclude, you know, a lot of black kids anyway. Because you have kids that do great on the schoolwork, but, you know, sometimes standardized testing make people get anxiety. You know, sometimes they just go blank on standardized testing, but when they're doing the work every day, or even they have daily tests, they do very well. I don't like standardized testing. I never did. I say, let's see what you can do every day. Because how come one test make you or break you? No. Every day should make you or break you if you don't know the work. So I've never been for that standardized testing crap. It doesn't work in my opinion. But this guy right here is just more proof that black people, those of you who say you're not doing nothing else but just America, you only have one address, then you need to be registered to vote, and you need to make sure you know who's going on the school board, who's on the school board now, and who needs to get off of it. And those of you who are feel that you can make a difference in the community, you need to get on the school board. It's just that simple. That guy needs to go, period. He's way too racist to be there making any decisions about black children. And if black folks don't do nothing about that, that'd be your own fault. But y'all let me know what y'all think about, this situation. Like I said, this is, like I said, to me, I like when they open. I love when they open like this. I love it, ladies and gentlemen. I love it. A lot of you don't like that. I love it. I love it because it lets you know exactly where you stand with them, and you can deal with them accordingly.